You broke up with the man and he did not fight to get you back. He hit you with the okay. He was not outside your house, baby. He didn't give you no type of tussle or nothing. And now your chest is hurting.
Men need to stop blocking women, because why do I get blocked for nothing? I get blocked for breathing. I get blocked for anything. Yeah, I cussed you out and I told you to die. But why am I blocked? Why can't you just mute me for a second? Like, just mute me. Blocking is crazy. Yeah? How can we go from talking about the name of our kids in the future to blocking me?
You know, I'm getting real sick and tired of you calling and coming over 24/7.
Well, that's rude. That's not how I was expecting you to answer the phone at all.
You want me to be cordial? This isn't a cordial period of our life.
I
hope you know that.
I was hoping we could have a cordial conversation. Are you willing to listen or no?
Fine. God forbid.
Okay.
I should let all this go through the attorney, but what do you want?
Well, I'm hoping that we can lose the attorneys. I was calling to let you know that I'm in line to pick up Micah from school, and I will drop him off after. But before you got in the car, I wanted to see if we could maybe close the door on the whole divorce attorney type stuff.
No. Why would we do that?
Well, if you want me to be honest, Brian cheated on me. So, we're not together anymore.
First, when a man goes through heartbreak, his brain experiences something similar to withdrawal from a drug. Romantic attachment activates the brain's dopamine reward system, the same system involved in addiction. The relationship ends, dopamine drops, cortisol rises, and the brain experiences emotional pain, something similar to physical pain. And this activates what's called an identity threat. His brain starts asking, why wasn't I good enough? How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? So the brain does what it's designed to do under pressure. It searches for control. Fastest way a man can regain control: his body, his money, his status, his discipline. That's why men start lifting, start building businesses. The pain forces identity reconstruction. The breakup forces a man to confront something that most people avoid. Who am I without validation? So he rebuilds himself, not emotionally, but biologically. The gym, his success, his discipline start creating new dopamine pathways. Over time, his brain starts associating self-improvement with reward instead of a relationship. And that's when transformation happens. Men finally level up after breakup because the pain forced them to become someone that they were avoiding this entire time.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women hate when men ignore them and walk away from their games in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
There's something so sassy about a man that blocks you on social media. Like, really, is that what we're doing? Like, there's a couple men that have got me blocked on Instagram. I don't know, maybe they feel some type of way. But do you know how pathetic that is? Like, can we actually deep it? Instagram is not like TikTok. It's not like, even if you don't follow me, I'm still going to come up on your feed. Like, no, you can literally avoid me on Instagram. Like, just don't type in my name. But for you to block me, baby, I must have really triggered you. Because there's a couple people that I do not care to see on my Instagram ever. So I literally don't ever search them. Bob's your uncle. Like, I never see their posts. It's not that hard. But for you to block me, like, I just don't get it. And when I see that it's a man that blocked me, it's like, damn, like, just don't search me up and I won't come up. But for you to block me, like, I don't know if I should be flattered or what, because it's like, damn, I don't know. I just think it's sassy. I just think it's sassy for a man to do it. So
I'd argue that when men block and unblock, that's a weakness right there. But when a man blocks you, he just wants you out of his life completely. See, the real reason why they don't like that when you ignore their games that they're playing is because they're playing a game and it's checkmate. They can't play it anymore. They can't play you against him. They can't play you for more attention and play him for more attention and do this merry-go-round, this ring around the rosy game. No, it's over. The fun and games are over. So it bothers you that a man blocks you. Why can't he just mute you? Why do I have to do all of that? Why do I have to do all of that? You don't care about my attention. Cool. You know, I just go my way, you go your way. I don't ever want to speak to you again. I don't ever want to talk to you again. I don't understand why people even make that a big deal. If you block somebody, it shows that you're bothered. It ain't showing them anything. I don't want to hear from you. In my life right now, do I have some people blocked or do I not have people blocked? I don't even know. I don't even know. I just don't hear from people. I don't go looking for anything. But it's funny that they have a problem when a guy blocks them, so they try to put him down or call him feminine, sassy, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you have no access to him. That's what you're really mad at. Let's get the next one.
I just did something really stupid. I broke no contact with my ex. I called him and he said he totally forgot about me. He doesn't think about me anymore. He doesn't love me anymore. It was hard because I'm still here feeling worse every day. And he is living his life like I never existed. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't.
When you move on from a woman, do not look back. She wants to play games with you, that's fine. A bunch of dudes are always like, well, she's gonna find another guy or she's gonna have a better time. Yeah, might be true, but what happens if she doesn't? Look at this clip. This is the reaction to not finding better. That's what this is. See, they think they're gonna go off and find better for whatever reason, right? You're not this enough, you're not that enough. But if that doesn't happen, they will try to spin the block. Now, let's go back to the first clip. She's talking about blocking and all of this stuff. You can't spin the block. You literally can't. So you need to sit with yourself and reflect. That's why they don't like it when they don't have access to all of these dudes or lanes of attention, different energy sources, because they have to sit still, reevaluate, do some self-reflecting. They don't like that. That's why they like to be here, doing this, doing that, doing this. And men actually like sitting still. Silence. That's why we like that. We discover more things about ourselves. We learn ourselves. We don't need to be here, and doing this and being in this person's face and that person's face. But now she's coming to the realization like, damn, I really lost something that I cared about. But it only took for him to actually leave for her to understand. This is why I tell you, any sign of games, whether you're with her, trying to get with her, leave it alone. Let's get the next one.
If you're going through a breakup and you're like, if you're right there in it, like a few days after the breakup, or if you're even like a few weeks or months out from it and you are still feeling it, like it is so not linear. It feels like a form of mental illness on its own, honestly. Like my anxiety skyrocketed and I developed anxiety and like some types of depression that I have never experienced before after my breakup. And I also don't think that like talking about a breakup indicates that you're not over it. I think talking about it is really healthy. My breakup was over 4 months ago. I think years down the line, maybe, or a year down the line with like consistent no contact, then it starts to feel more stable. But when you're in it and when that person is still on your mind, I think it's normal to expect to feel a little crazy. And I think a lot of people feel crazy, and a lot of people feel crazy because they think everyone else is handling it so well. And you're going to want to try to like fix it and like talk to this person and work it out. I think it's kind of the human experience to want to like fix things, even if you're the one who like broke it off, is maybe we don't like realize the impact of something until we do it. And sometimes you can't go back and undo that decision.
She initiated the breakup, but now she's wishing that she never initiated the breakup. She's wishing she could just take it back, go backwards. No, that's not how this works. So you thought you could do better. I keep showing you guys with these clips. They think they could do better. You say, okay, go find better. Now they're crying. See, when they break up with you, they want you to be broken up about it. This is the thing that bothers women. When you're not broken up about it and you actually go on, move on, level up. Get on with a new chick or you don't, but your life just looks 10 times better. You look like new money. You're in the gym. All systems go. Maybe start your own business, buy a car. You understand? They want to come back into your life because the fear of missing out. It's basically FOMO. They didn't make the right decision in their head now because they can't reap the benefits off of your hard work, off of your coming up in life, doing better. They want to be around that energy because they feed off of it. He ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't nowhere to be seen. You know what I'm saying? He's just going on about his business. They don't like that because it signals to them, I made the wrong choice. They think they could do better. The grass is greener. Let them go find out the hard way, bro. She wishes she could take it back. Like you got a time machine, but you didn't value him. You didn't think he was worth anything, right? Because you were willing to just throw him away. So what's the problem? And they have this thing where they think, what, one man won't do another man well, and she built you so she could build another one. Yeah, go build another one then. Build another one. Do what you think you're capable of. And this is why when you beg and plead with them, they shit on you more. You understand? When you beg and plead, I'll make it work and I'll change and I'll do better and I could do that and I'm sorry, babe, and all of this stuff. You ever notice how they continue on with the games, on with the nonsense? So much so that, right, you know, situations where a woman's dealing with another dude, they'll have the new dude talking crazy to you. Yo, you're a loser, bro. Move on. She's happy now. But you see, when you don't beg and plead, they're like, damn, did I make the right decision? That's why it is the right decision. No contact. No attention. No, none of that. No help. None of that. Go your way and she'll go her way. If she don't like that, hey, too bad. Let's get the next one.
Someone commented on my other video, like, why does he see more women make videos about like how single life is such a struggle and it's hard for them, and he doesn't see a lot of men making those types of videos? And in my opinion, there are more women looking to settle down, looking for something serious. And I feel like the majority of men are not looking for those type of things, which is why there's an imbalance in the dating pool. We have all these women like, I want my husband, I want to get married, I want to be a mom, I want to, you know, lock it down. And then the men in the pool are like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I'm still trying to be outside. I want to date multiple people, or they're just looking to hook up. They want to have a situationship. So it's no balance. So you see a lot of women complaining that the men in the dating pool, they're not attracting the type of men that they're looking for because men are not looking for anything serious. That's just my opinion.
Men aren't complaining about being single and not being in a relationship because where is the downside to that? And men actually know the truth now. You guys are complaining about it because it's not a good financial move when you're by yourself out here. You pay the tax for that. Men don't pay the tax for that. So I'm saying when women are saying, my standards say this and this and this and this, we got to go here and do this and he's got to pay for this and this, that doesn't benefit a man. A man is already doing things by himself. Women even say, a man paying rent for you to live with him is not providing. A man buying food is not providing. A man would be doing all of that himself. So if he moved you in, you would be reaping the benefits of saving your own money because he's already doing that. But that's not a benefit to you. This is why, bro. This is why. They're the ones out here talking about being single. It's not really the best on your pockets and your purse. Yeah, because they got to spend. And that's fine. They got it though, right? Because they're strong and independent in the same song and dance. Yeah. But men aren't complaining about it is because, bro, it's not a hindrance to us. And men actually know the truth. See, they get out here and they get older and then they're like, these guys don't want to settle down. When a guy is coming into some sort of success or having it, now you want him to settle down. But what about when you were in your early 20s? As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that.
I'm 24 years old and I've never had a boyfriend. I don't know whether to like laugh or cry about that because like I've been on dates and I've had situationships, but nothing has ever like gone through. And I have dating apps, but all the men on dating apps, all they want to do is just fuck. And I'm sorry, but like anytime I try and talk to them, they're like, can you send me pics? Want to come over tonight? No, I don't want to come over tonight. How about can we just text for a little bit? Then you ask me out on a date, and then we go out on a date, and then maybe later. But like, no, I'm just so tired of this. I just want someone who is able to just have a decent conversation and doesn't want to fuck 24/7. That's not me. And that's what it seems like everyone wants. Sorry, I'm just ranting because I don't know what to do Like, I feel like I'm the only one in this situation, but I know I'm not. So, like, what the fuck do I do? I hate dating apps, and I've tried mingling in, like, bars and stuff like that, but I just can't. I can't. I don't know what to do anymore.
I've been on dates and had situationships. You heard that part, right? So I don't want to hear, I've never had a boyfriend before. You weren't really looking for that. You weren't really looking for that. You were looking for the guys who you were trying to convert into boyfriend material. And that's fine. You can have your type as a woman, right? That's fine. But to say that I've never had a boyfriend and this whole woe is me, no, knock it off. Let's go back to the other clip before. Men actually understand this now. So they're like, wait a minute, what is it even worth being in a relationship with a chick who's older, especially if she's not bringing what can I do for you, sir, energy? I want guys to understand this. If you want to date a woman in her 30s, cool. If you want to date a woman, whatever, right? These talking points, that's cool. But she needs to be bringing what can I do for you, sir, energy. Let's meet in the middle. I have this to offer and I would expect this back in return. You understand? These women get out here later in life talking about a man needs to do X, Y, Z. He's got to do this, he's got to do this, he's got to do this, or he's not a man because my father treated me this way and whatever. If your father treated you so good, you would understand how to go get a good man and you just go get a good man early. Straight like that. Do not let them manipulate you with any of this stuff. And that's why men are staying single and they're not complaining about it, because they actually understand and they're adjusting to the game rather than complaining and crying about the game. Let's get the next one.
I just left my husband of 23 years, and tell me why. I was in the garage unloading the groceries and my ex had pulled up to drop off the twins. And he sees me unloading the groceries. Did he offer to help? Absolutely not. He stood and he watched though. And so I obviously wasn't going to give him the satisfaction and asking for help because, you know, we are independent over here. And so you bet your ass off that I picked up all 15 bags of groceries, milk and everything in one go because we are strong. But my arm's still really hurt though, so I need to go to the gym and lift some more weights because I feel like bringing in groceries is the one thing I literally hate doing. And I might need a man for that, but you know.
Tell me why you even care. See, do you want to be under his leadership or not? Part-time maybe? That's not how this works. So you're expecting this guy, right, that you divorce, that you separate from, to help you with groceries? Pump your gas for you, help you move boxes when you got to move here to move there, protect you. Oh my God, I need help right now. You think he's about to come and risk his life to protect you now? Really? See, this is the thing, bro. This didn't just start now. It's talking about they've been together 23 years. This did not start now. This is why I tell you guys, it's very important from the beginning, cut all of the nonsense. A woman's giving you an attitude, playing games with you, games for attention, saying you need to do X, Y, and Z, just leave her where she stands, because these dudes are the example. And shout out to him, you understand? He's respecting himself now. But this could have all been prevented from the very start, from the very beginning. This is why I'm quick. Okay, never mind. I don't have time for it. I'm on my timing. Now, either you're on my timing or you're on a different timing, but we're not going to be aligned that way. And when men do this, right, they try to make things work as much as they can, but it's like a broken mirror. You're not going to put it back together and it's going to be perfect. No, it's shattered. Smart men understand, I have to scrap this situation. I just have to scrap it. No matter how fine she is, how much I want her, how good it was. No, I have to scrap this situation because it's not good. You understand? We're going two separate paths. We're on two separate paths. We're going two separate ways. It is what it is. But you see that women have a problem when they cannot use you anymore. They can't play the games with you anymore, whether in the beginning or at the end. Guys, respect yourself, please. If you got a woman that's playing games with you right now and you can see it, get rid of her. Protect yourself out here. So this was women hate when men ignore them and walk away from their games in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And this is why I don't date or try and do the whole online dating and speaking to anybody because it's just a pile of crap. So at the weekend, I was convinced to open up my dating profile again, matching with people and all that business. And I wasn't convinced, but yeah, there was a nice man that appeared. So we started talking. And for the last 5-6 days, we've been chatting backwards and forwards. I got a really good vibe from him, seemed like a lovely man. He was laughing at what I was saying. I was laughing at what he was saying. He ticked loads of boxes. He was really nice, seemed really polite, just seemed really nice. So I was thinking, oh, maybe, just maybe I can pluck up the courage to meet up. Maybe I should suggest meeting up. But last night, logged on, went to look at my last message and gone. Everything's gone. No messages. So I can only assume he's either deleted his profile or he's unmatched me. Nice. So what's the point?